I'm teaching you to improvise. What does it mean to improvise? Improvisation is when you make something up on the spot. So at the piano, when we sit down and look at all of these keys, we might say, that's a lot of notes, I don't know where to start. So I find that the black keys are the easiest and most obvious place to start. What's really cool about the black keys on the piano is you can play all of them at the same time, and it sounds harmonious. It sounds good. In one of my other lessons, we talked about dissonance, which is when notes don't sound good together. And I think that we can all agree that the black keys, when played together, maybe with a little touch of pedal, can sound pretty pleasing to the ear. There are lots of places to start with black key improvisation. The first thing that you need to do is get rid of any ideas of what you think it should sound like. We are our own gatekeeper, okay? So if my improvisation, I just start by strumming the black keys like a harp, or is that an auto harp? I think that's what they play in elementary school classes sometimes. That's my improvisation. I'm also using the right pedal. So clear from your mind any idea that there has to be something right about your improv or that you're playing something wrong. It's your creation. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? So let's begin with just 3 black keys. I'm sort of, imagine that you are working with watercolor paints or big, bold, bright temper paints, and you're just kind of seeing how the paint looks on the paper or how the texture of the paint and the brush feel underneath your hand. When we play the black keys together, listen to how that sounds. Try pressing the right pedal down. Try playing them rapidly. Try playing them slowly or softly. There's no wrong answers. Okay? So that's the first thing to do, is to just say, I'm going to have fun with this. And there's nothing right or wrong about my improvisation. All right? The next thing, which more advanced students can try doing, is playing groups of 2, 3, 2 black keys, one after the other. You can try this first black key of the 3 black key group and the bottom key of the 2 black key group. Play those together. You might find that you can improvise a melody that goes on for 5 minutes. You might be satisfied with just 15 seconds. Again, there's no restrictions. One last thing which I would like to have you try. I'm going to play a couple of harmonic patterns, and I may use a few white keys here and there. But the purpose of this is to give you an opportunity to make up a melody while I'm playing something along, okay? So the first one, we're going to use what I call, it's like a merry-go-round, right? Or something, people dancing, people waltzing, okay? So I'm going to play, I don't know, 16, 24 measures of a chord progression, and I just want you to sit at your instrument and play whatever with that accompaniment. Are you ready? 1, 2, go. How'd you do? Could you tell when the piece was winding down? What were the things that made you think, oh, I better stop? You heard it slow down. You heard the accompaniment get slower. And it felt harmonically like it was the right place to stop. Let's try another one. This one, I'm going to paint the scene as something very calming and peaceful. Maybe you're sitting at the edge of a brook, or maybe you are at the ocean, or I don't know, I'm feeling water. So here's what you're gonna hear. Remember, you can try any combination of black keys pressed together at the same time. You can try long tones in any order. There are no mistakes. Here we go. Ready, play. How was that? Different style. So now that you've done a couple of examples with me, see if you can rope somebody else into improvising with you. They don't even have to play the piano, like know how to play. Just have them sit down next to you. Say, we're gonna play some black key duets and see what you come up with. Make sure it's at a time when the rest of your family is okay with having a little bit of noise in the house, because it could be pretty raucous. I remember playing improvised duets with my younger sister when we were kids, and I would sit here and I'd have my foot down on the pedal and we'd just kind of go to town, and my sister would be down here and I would be up here, and boy did we make a racket, but it was a lot of fun. So let me know how it goes. Maybe record a couple of your improvisations for me. Let me know if you have questions in the comments, and I really look forward to hearing you be creative at the piano.